Liz Nolly.
I'm Carrie Thomas.
And welcome to the Just Us podcast, a place for Black women navigating corporate spaces.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, Carrie.
I'm very excited about today's episode.
too.
We're switching things up a little bit.
It's a historic occasion. It is.
We are going to have our first guest, but we're going to hold off on the introductions because we want to get right into something fun. So, give me a teachable moment.
Okay. Well, today's teachable moment is going to be really short and sweet because it is introducing our first ever segment called the elevator pitch.
Yes.
And so because today is the first time we're doing an elevator pitch on the show, I thought I'd make the teachable moment about what is an elevator pitch.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
Carrie, do you know what an elevator pitch is?
Something that you're supposed to have that's like real quick to explain who you are, what you do, what you're trying to accomplish to some bigwig that you might run into on the elevator one day.
Exactly. It's a critical piece in your corporate go bag, right? So it's basically
You said that much better.
So it's a tool that you want to have. It's named because of the idea that, like, let's say a potential boss or your CEO or somebody famous or whomever that you wanted to connect with, you met them in the elevator. What would you say to them? How would you sell yourself to them? And you only have like an elevator ride, which is a really short span of time, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where the name comes from. And basically, it's a short, persuasive summary of who you are, what you do, what your unique value is, and importantly, what you want. Because you're always selling, you got to ask for the order, right? Mm-hmm. And what the action item is. And so put that in your corporate go bag because you always want to be ready so you never have to get ready.
That's what I always say.
So do you have an elevator pitch?
No.
Well, we have one for the show, right?
We do.
The Just Us podcast, a place for Black women navigating corporate spaces. Subscribe at lizthepurposecoach.com/podcast, right? Because I did an action. I told you who we are, who we serve, what we do, and ask for the order, which is subscribe. And then I told them where to go to subscribe. So that's the elevator pitch.
Okay, so I mean, I understand the concept of the elevator pitch. I know what it is, but I've never really sat down to put together my elevator pitch. So I'm going to work on it while we're doing this. But what are some of the components to an elevator pitch? What do I need to figure out for myself?
Well, I think you need to understand who you serve, right? Who you are, who you serve, meaning like what's your offer and what you do. Excuse me, a little froggy today. And what's your unique selling proposition? And to get answers to all of these takes work. I mean, so what was it Mark Twain said, if I would have written something shorter, but I didn't have enough time. I'm paraphrasing. That's not the exact quote, but boiling it down to a 30-second or 2-sentence thing is a whole body of work. And I work with a lot of clients in my coaching practice to help them refine their elevator pitches informed by their purpose. So if you need help with that, hit me up. And I have resources too in our inner circle community to help people, to help our members, our listeners who want to join it for free. Go to lizthepurposecoach.com/invite. All the details are there, including discounts on our store and all of the things. But it is an important body of work that every corporate professional or business owner ought to have. So for my business, I'm Liz the Purpose Coach. I help women align their careers and their purpose. And I do that through my coaching practices, my workshops, my books, and now my podcast.
Awesome. Okay, so I really need to work on my elevator pitch. I mean, I know all the stuff, and you would think as a communicator that I would have this done, but
children.
Right, I was just going to say, the shoemaker's children have no shoes.
Right.
So, all right, well, one other question I have about the elevator pitch is, what's the benefit of having an elevator pitch at the ready?
Well, I think it boosts your personal brand, right? It shows this important person who could help you in some way, shape, form, or fashion that you're ready, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, we stay ready so we never have to get ready. Mm-hmm. And your elevator pitch is proof positive of that. Because it's one thing to pass somebody your business card and they're like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? But if I pass you my business card with, I'm Liz, the Purpose Coach, I help women align their careers and their purpose. And I have this brand new podcast, and I'm building a private community for my listeners where I'm serving them with tools and early access and discounts. That's a whole different conversation. So now I'm ready so that no matter where I go, I'm always ready. Or I'm Liz, the Purpose Coach. We have a podcast that just hit the 3,000 subscriber mark. Would you sponsor my show? Right. Right. So you're always ready. Mm-hmm. So it's something that as a corporate professional or an entrepreneur or whatever you're doing, you ought to have at the ready.
That's awesome. Okay. Come back in a couple episodes and I will unveil my elevator pitch.
Okay. We may have to do a more detailed teachable moment to walk through like how to do one.
That would be great.
And
that would be
do it with the people and with guidance along the way.
Yeah.
But I chose that as our teachable moment because this is our first ever elevator pitch segment on the show where we bring in a third guest. I know, you see, we're so excited. We can't wait to introduce her to join us and have some fun with us today. And she's here, and I know she's near and dear to me, but I know she's nearer and dearer to you. So I'm going to let you do the honors, but just so everybody knows what this segment of the show is about, we bring in either a professional who's looking for an opportunity or a business owner who wants to broaden her visibility, and we invite them to come on the show and pitch themselves to our viewership.
Yeah. Well, of course, this is exciting for me because our very first guest is, I'm just going to call her my baby sister, Erica Fulton. Hi, Erica.
Hey, thank you for having me. Welcome to the show.
Look, she couldn't wait to get in there. She was over there.
Like when it's almost your turn playing double dutch and you're like trying to get in.
Put me in the game, coach.
But before we have to officially welcome Erica to the show with a piece of Just Us swag. Ooh. So it is my honor to present you with an official Just Us podcast mug.
Thank
so that
you.
is yours.
Thank you. Keep me caffeinated.
So let me clarify. Erica is she is my cousin, but I always say that's my baby sister. But she's more than just my relative. She is an entrepreneur with a growing esthetician practice, aesthetics practice. Thank you very much. So we wanted to have her come on and be our first elevator pitch. So with that in mind, Erica,
yes,
why don't you give us your elevator pitch? Tell us a little bit about you.
And go.
Right.
Well, my name is Erica Fulton, and I am a master esthetician and master PMU artist. I am the owner of Kin Skin and Wellness, located in Woodbridge, Virginia, where I specialize in melanated skin and focus very heavily on skin restoration. So whether it be through corrective skincare or whether it be through paramedical tattooing, correction of scars, it is our focus, whether you be near or far, to make sure that you are confident in who you are and how you present to the world or how you present to yourself, because that is extremely important as well.
Amazing.
I love it.
How'd she do?
She did awesome. So let me just break down what had happened just now. So she introduced herself, one component of the elevator pitch, and her business name, shared what she does. She gave us her experience, her expertise. She talked about the problems that she addresses and the solutions.
Awesome.
The only thing I would say is, how can the people connect with you?
Absolutely. So if you are in the DMV area, you can definitely visit us in Woodbridge, Virginia at Kin Skin, but we also offer virtual consultations. So you don't have to be local. You can visit our website at www.kinskinwellness.com and you can schedule a virtual consultation. We'll talk, we'll chat, we'll send any products that you need directly to your home and then follow up with you to make sure that you're reaching your skin goals.
Awesome.
Amazing.
And spell kin
Kin
skin.
Skin, KINSKIN Wellness, WELLNESS.com.
Like kinfolk.
Like Kinfolk,
Like
Kinfolk.
Yes, like
Kinfolk.
Kinfolk.
Yes.
Skinfolk.
Right.
On the wellness tip.
Yes.
I know Amir didn't see that one coming.
He didn't
see that. He didn't see that one coming.
Well,
Yes.
there are 3 things that I want to say. One, obviously, I've known her entire life. But you've known her for a while, too,
long
because,
time.
We've all known each other.
20 years.
20, at least
yes,
20 years.
at least,
Yeah.
because, AJ. I am so proud of her and what she's doing. But the second thing that I want to say is she is embarking on a new level with her esthetician practice. And I do want to talk about that because that is something that I think is so extremely important. And I think a lot of people will love to hear it.
Yeah.
And the third thing I want to say is she was in the military for 20 years. And even though the military isn't technically corporate America, it is probably the biggest corporation we have in America. So I think that she could bring a lot of perspective also to some of the stuff that we talk about in here. So
Yeah, 100%. So
thanks for joining us, Erica.
Absolutely.
I do want to ask her about what she's doing next with her practice. And that's the, what do you call it? The
Paramedical tattooing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is that about?
So I originally just did permanent makeup, right? So that is the tattoo eyebrows, the eyeliner, the lips. In the state of Virginia, there is a master's license, and that master license goes into paramedical tattooing. And what that is scar revision. So whether it be from an accident or incident or some form of cosmetic surgery, and you have a discoloration in a scar or something of that sort, we're able to neutralize it or camouflage it so it blends more easily and more seamlessly with your skin, and you're a lot more confident in that way. We, in that paramedical field, deal very heavily with mastectomy, clients that are post-mastectomy. I was unaware until my mom's small bout with cancer a few years ago when I was more intimately involved in her process, that post a full mastectomy, a lot of the times women are left without their natural areola in that area. And so in a way to help them feel more whole, so you're not looking in the mirror and constantly seeing that scar, that reminder, we're able to tattoo a 3D areola and nipple so that it, to the eye looks as if it is, your natural given space. And we had some clients this past weekend, and when I tell you, it is the most rewarding experience. Some of these women have gone years not letting their husbands see them because they just feel so incomplete or not wanting to look at themselves. And a lot of the time it's very tearful, at the end of the service, but they're happy tears, right? Because it's an opportunity and a blessing for me to be allowed to be a part of the end of that journey for them, right? Because they're able to kind of move forward. And so I'm super excited to be bringing that to Kin Skin and super excited to be bringing it to my community.
Yeah, I think people don't understand the mind-body connection there in terms of, because how we look does influence how we feel and how we think about ourselves, and all of that emotion can provide healing if it's positive, and it can be the opposite of healing to us if you're feeling it's negative, right?
Very disruptive.
So what you do is so important. Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolute passion.
Awesome.
Absolute passion.
So let me ask you this. work, and my guess is you work with all different types of skin
Yes.
and everything like that. Are there specific issues that we as Black women that you see like need to know about, that you're dealing with, that maybe we don't know or should be paying closer attention to?
I wouldn't necessarily say that we don't know. What I notice in a lot of my clients is that I always hear people say, I don't need SPF. You know, I don't need, you know,
She trained me out of that real early.
Okay.
Reapply till you die.
Okay.
We need the SPF.
Yes.
And I think that making sure that we are taking care of ourselves from the inside out. My clients are always amazed when they come in and they lay back and I'm like, okay, you're really stressed. What's going on? And
you can tell that just by the condition
just by looking at the skin. Really, depending on where you start to have outbreaks and things like that, it tells me what's going on. Your gut health is so intricately tied to your skin health. And so I can tell, well, hey, you've been eating a lot of dairy, a lot of refined sugars. What's been going on in your life? You know, because those stressors, depressions, anxiety cause you to reach for certain foods, and that starts to mess with your gut health, which affects your skin, right? So a lot of time we don't take as much care of ourselves as we do other people. And I always tell my female client base to be as gentle with yourself as you would tell your best friend to be with themselves, right? Sometimes we have lots of good advice for our friends, lots of good advice for people passing by, but then when it comes to ourselves, we neglect, right?
100%.
And so I asked one of my clients yesterday, if I asked you to list all the people you love, how long would it take for you to get to you on that list? And it's really important that we prioritize ourselves in that way and not feel that it is a selfish act, right?
Okay. Erica's got bars.
Yeah, she got all the bars. Where do you think I get my bars from?
That's where you No, it's true though, because in my coaching practice, I have this whole thing around what would you do? Because we're all big into WWJD, but I'm like, I tell my clients all the time, like, if your best friend was going through the same situation at work, because I deal with professionals, deal with corporate workplace issues, like, what advice would you give them? What would you tell them to do?
Exactly.
And okay, well, treat yourself like you're your best friend. What would you do? So I'm so happy to hear you say that, because that philosophy plays out in different aspects of our lives. And we do a much better job at taking care of other people than we do ourselves.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Wow. That's crazy though, that you can see that physical mental connection just by assessing your client's skin condition.
Yes, absolutely. And it becomes a personal relationship beyond that of just skincare, right? Because people come in and it's an opportunity for them to relax. I pride myself on creating a safe space for our community. There is no judgment. You need to come in and take something off, whether it be physical, emotional. This is the place where you can do it. Sometimes we end in tears. Sometimes we end in prayer. Sometimes we end and we may go to a bar. But, we're there to support each other. And I definitely, I appreciate, and I don't take it as a small thing to be able to be considered to be so close in people's lives as I've become in this. And didn't expect it. I thought I was just going to be washing faces and,
I was going to ask you,
but
how did you come to do this type of work? Because I know, I've gotten facials before and stuff like that, but what you're describing is, it's a form of medicine also. So how did you come to not just form your business, but fall into this particular niche?
I needed it. It was very oddly one of my son's favorite movies when he was a kid, Robots, and it was See a Need, Feel a Need, right? I needed that for myself. At the time, I was active duty military. I was living abroad in Germany, and I had health issues that caused my hair to fall out and my skin to, freak out really bad. And Kere will tell you, they came to see me for the holidays. I would not take my scarf off. I was like, no one can see me this way. And the dermatology offices really only wanted to give me medication, and they weren't trying to get to the root of the problem. And aesthetics is very largely respected field in Europe. And so I was luckily able to connect with some people and to find more topical things that could help finding out with, some of my diet. Well, I needed to back off of dairy. These things weren't helping my situation. And when I came back to the States, I did not see a lot of estheticians that looked like me. When I decided to go to school, we learned European skincare. And so it was really me wanting to fill that need and knowing that my community deserved and needed access to this science, to this knowledge, and really being very deliberate about this is what I wanted to do post the military.
Wow. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
She's amazing.
I know I knew she was amazing, but I didn't realize there were levels to it.
Let's not give her too much, okay?
I
will never hear the end of it. Liz said.
It's right on tape. Erica's amazing.
The coach said.
Right.
Coach
the
said,
purpose coach said.
Talk a little bit about melanated skincare though. Besides the SPS, because my dad was very fair, really fair, not passing fair, but very fair. So his skin was very sensitive to the sun. And even though I'm darker than he was, I inherited this sensitivity. I would get heat rash, if I was outside for more than 10 minutes and stuff like that. So I learned that as a little kid that we need it too. But
Absolutely.
What else is in that camp of things that we ought to know about that maybe we don't pay close enough attention to?
I think that it's really important for our community to know that our skin is resilient yet sensitive.
Okay.
Right? And so we are oftentimes
just like us.
But I digress.
Yes. It's sensitive, right? So we are more prone to hyperpigmentation, right? So especially with my teenage clients, my clients that come back from college and visit me, when we have acne, right, making sure that we're caring for it in a way that we're not picking, that we're not causing trauma to the skin. I love hyperpigmentation. I'm gonna go off on a tangent for a little minute. Okay. So hyperpigmentation is strictly the skin's response to healing itself, right? So if you think about when you are on vacation or when you guys are shooting the podcast on a beach one day and you're out in the sun with or without the SPF, right, you're going to naturally tan. That is the skin's way of trying to protect itself. The skin says, oh my gosh, we're under attack. Let's protect ourselves, right? And that's what hyperpigmentation is imagine you get a bump, you knock something over, you cut yourself, it's going to get dark first. The melanocytes release extra melanin to that area to heal it faster.
Melanocytes, girl.
Melanocytes release extra melanin to that area to heal it faster. And so with understanding that, we need to kind of be, again, kind and gentle, knowing that we are more prone, right? And that there are steps that we can do to be a little preventative using tyrosinase inhibitors, which kind of slows that reaction of excess melanin. So a tyrosinase inhibitor would be vitamin C, azelaic acid, if properly prescribed, hydroquinone. And also when we are healing or when we are seeking a professional to treat our skin, make sure that they understand it, right? Make sure that they have treated these issues before. And if you're trying things at home, just kind of taking your time. Everybody's on the TikTok doing the things and putting the herbs, and just, I would definitely say that while our skin is really resilient, it is very sensitive. And so we have to, the same care that I tell my clients to take with themselves, that you take with your skin, and be patient, right? Be patient with it. Especially, I deal with a lot of menopausal clients. This is their first time having acne in their whole life, or they've had this hyperpigmentation since they were teenagers. If you've had this hyperpigmentation since you were 13 and now we're 47, I can't fix this in 30 minutes. I don't have enough lotion for that, right? It's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little patience, and it's going to take learning what our skin can tolerate and take. So definitely.
She's very big on the education component. Yes. In working with her a little bit and helping develop some of her messaging and branding and stuff, and learning about the education piece was core for me, because I think we don't do enough of that in terms of not just skincare, but healthcare, wellness in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, we need to be more educated about the science. And I love that she puts that at the front too.
I love that she said, stay off the TikTok and talk to a professional.
That's not exactly what she said.
No,
but
that's what
roundabout.
To paraphrase Malcolm X, that's my interpretation of what she has said, and I'm gonna take a time out for some Black conversation around that.
yeah.
Yeah. So, like, we have experts, and,
Right.
Erica's on the show. You're watching the show. She's part of your network. So give them your socials, so when people want to get real information from the real experts, give them your connection points again.
So I'm available on all social media platforms: Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Snapchat, at Kin Skin Wellness on all platforms.
Kin
it is
Skin
Kin Skin Wellness. Yes.
See, this Kinfolk is Skinfolk. Skinfolk is Kinfolk. So, but I wanted to ask you one more thing. Like, so I've been on this whole water thing, and I know the tickety talks and the hippity hops say that if we drink more water, it helps with the skincare. Is that fact or fiction? Is that in my head? Does it really make a difference?
Partial fact. It is important, right? I think sometimes people have dry skin and they think that I need to drink more water to fix this. Dry skin is a lack of oil.
Interesting.
Dehydrated skin is a lack of water. So making sure that you are clear on what the difference is, if that is something that you're trying to treat with your skin, and understanding that if you go through what I like to call a body drought, where you're not giving yourself enough water for weeks or days at a time, when you start to drink that water, I wouldn't look for immediate results. If we start on Sunday, our skin isn't going to be plump and juicy by Thursday, because the inside gets hydrated first. Your organs, your tissues, other things. I mean, skin is definitely important and it's going to get the hydration, but it's one of the last things to get it. So staying hydrated is going to be the best thing you can do to help with your moisture and keeping your skin from being dehydrated and keeping it, looking nice and plump and juicy and youthful. But it's definitely not the sole key. Important, but not the sole key.
Yeah, like if you're drinking 100 ounces of water, but then you also counter that with 17 cupcakes, what's the difference?
Refined sugars.
Right.
A little less guilt. I don't know. Like, I'm not on that diet, but I'm just saying I'm not on any diet. I just have been on this drink more water kick. But
You're funny.
no, I feel you though. But I have one technical question to ask you.
Yes.
All right, this is some us and us conversation.
We here.
I love it.
Is it true? Black don't crack?
Black will crack and crumble if you do not treat it right.
Okay.
Right? Like any good thing, it needs to be taken care of.
There you go.
If you have a fine car, you
I love
still
that.
want to take great care of it.
You
still want to take great care of it. I've had a lot of clients come in and they're like, "Oh, well, my grandmother and my mom only use Pond's cold cream."
Black conversation.
Vaseline and Noxzema.
Okay.
And I'm glad you took a deep breath, because I say, listen, and that may have worked for Beverly Ann and Laverne.
Oh no, she's calling out my aunties.
But I always counter that with several different things. Our time is not their time, right? We are not eating the foods that they are eating.
True.
We are not taking in the chemicals that throughout life they've taken in.
Our environment is a lot different.
And the Pond's cream of 62 is not the thinned out, stretched out, how can we capitalize Pond's cream of 2026.
Absolutely. The more chemicalized version that exists
And so
today.
that's not to say it didn't work for them and it wasn't a good thing, but we are in a different time. We have different environments and our skin is just different at today's point. So we're going to get rid of that and we're going to get you a specialized skin regimen based on what your skin needs. And I say that to say that if taken care of, it will last you. It will last you a long time. And a lot of people are scared of oil. They don't want to look oily and sweaty, but I will say oil is a key component in our don't crack recipe.
Okay.
keeps us moisturized, keeps us, supple. Because if we dry out, then that's when the cracking starts, right?
Gotcha.
So we want to make sure that we're staying well hydrated, and whatever can get the oil going, whether you're working out and you're sweating, we want to make sure that we're keeping the skin very well moisturized.
Listen, after my skincare regimen as prescribed by master esthetician Erica, my skin is always glistening. It's always some kind of
always have
oil
skin.
on my skin because
you've had beautiful skin since I've known you, but
well, thank you, but I'm able to preserve it, I think, because of
Definitely
her advice.
Oh, good.
Any more questions for our guest? Because I want to get to our next segment, which I think will be so much fun.
So much fun. Well, let me ask our guest, what final words before we pivot and just start the shenanigans start, like while we're still in the serious
while we're still in the serious phase
portion of the program. What final words and advice would you give to our audience in terms of how to do better by themselves, in terms of taking better care of themselves and their skin?
I would definitely lean back to what I said previously, is making sure that you're ultimately taking good care of yourself, right? That you are on a proper diet, that you are staying well hydrated, that you are taking the time to have physical activity and a time to decompress, right? Because like we said, if none of that is imbalanced, the skin will never catch up. The skin will never catch up. And so once you are finding that prioritization of things in your life, that you find a professional, right? And you find a skin routine that is specialized for your skin type and what it is you're trying to achieve, and that you stick to it. Stick to it, trust the process, and see it through, and always make time to rest, right? Because our whole body, skin included, it needs that time. It needs that time to rest. That it is so crucial. You know how refreshed you feel, after a vacation where you're rested, you've had time to eat well and just kind of decompress. It shows. People say it like, oh man, you look so refreshed. Right. You're glowing. Yeah. It definitely is an inside out process and journey.
I love that. In a previous episode, we talked about how pause is an action.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we get caught up, particularly as Black women, we love to be in the doing the most category.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need to take that time out.
Absolutely.
And it does show. It's like the song says, it is written all over your face.
It literally.
So, all right. So
right there.
One more time, let the people know where they can find you and how they can connect with you.
So again, I'm Erica Fulton, master esthetician, and I can be found at www.kinskinwellness.com and on all social media platforms at kinskinwellness.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you, Erica.
Yes, thank you, Erica.
This is so much fun.
Wait, can we raise a collective glass to Erica real quick?
Let's do that.
Even though nothing's in my glass, but that's okay.
I have water in mine. So.
All right, ready? You get this? Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, clink, 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 clink. Launch of our first. That was the launch of our first ever.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. But we're not done yet.
Good, because I'm ready for shenanigans.
And then you're coming back for our next episode too.
Yes.
So now it's shenanigan time as we go into a special crafted 3-part edition of Boss It or Toss It.
Yes.
Do you want to?
Everyone's favorite segment, Boss It or Toss It. But we're going to switch it up a little bit because Erica's here with us today. So instead of doing our traditional Boss It or Toss It, we're going to do a little different. We're going to do what's called Boss It, Gloss It, or Toss It. So in the vein of marry, kill, you know what, I'm going to throw out 3 things.
Okay.
And we especially made all of these related to your profession. So I hope you enjoy it. And then you're going to tell us whether you boss it.
Okay.
Which is, girl, I'm for it all day, every day. Gloss it, which means, you gloss it up a little bit. Okay. When you need that little, you're for it. Or toss it when you're like, not in my repertoire at all. Okay.
And instead of us going all at the same time like we normally do. You're the expert, so
yeah, we're gonna let you go first. We're gonna hear.
You get to go
hear what you
excited.
say.
Let's go.
And
then we'll chime in and let the people know how we feel.
You can use your boss it. I typically boss it or toss it.
Okay.
Liz just tosses it, so you can. However you want to use your
do it.
Toss it.
And if you want to floss it. I'm gonna floss it this way. Shout out to my pink and green sisterhood. But however you want to floss. What is it? Gloss it. I'm saying floss it.
Yeah, don't floss it.
My bad. I'm gonna floss it. We're not at the dentist.
We want you to gloss.
We want to gloss it.
Gloss it up. There you go.
Like get my mirror ready. So okay.
All right. Let's start with our first one.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 3 things now. Okay. Hot comb. Flat iron,
okay.
Curling iron. Which one would you boss? Which one would you gloss? Which one would you toss?
Hot comb,
flat iron, curling iron.
So, due to, I think, a deep childhood trauma
I think
within our community, we are immediately tossing the hot comb. We are immediately
100%.
tossing.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
We are immediately tossing straight to jail. No.
Although Denzel Washington said the smell of the hot comb hitting your head on Sunday morning is culture. You ever seen that?
It triggers a memory.
It does.
Exactly.
It
and not a great one, though. That's the point.
But it's a shared experience.
It is, but we have enough shared trauma. Let's do away with one of them.
Okay, so we tossing the hot comb.
Okay, so I would, in that same vein, I would gloss the flat iron. Right, she's come a long way. She does her thing.
Really,
right? But I would boss the curling iron only because, and to be specific, I would gloss a Marcel. Now, if you don't know what a Marcel curling iron is,
I don't.
You know, back in the day, they had the little horseshoe and they would stick the curling iron in that. So it gives a little hot comb.
It's definitely hot comb adjacent.
Right? But I think that it's something that, again, it brings a memory, right?
Okay.
Our aunt did hair for a really long time, and so I think that I would boss in honor of my aunt, the Marcel.
There you go.
Iron.
I was gonna mention that.
A good little tight usher board curl.
We grew up. That's the usher board curl.
Good little tight usher board curl. Yeah, last you all week. It will last you all week.
It will. I was gonna say that we have like our mom's sister was a hairdresser, and then in the previous generation, we also had a couple of hairdressers too. So it's a family history thing.
It's deep in the DNA.
All right, next up, boss it, gloss it, or toss it. Bar soap, body wash, plain old water.
Oh, who does that? I thought this was a cultural experience. Plain water. Oh, so we're tossing plain water. Are we watching? Is this about bathing? We're tossing plain water. We're tossing plain water. I am going to
bar soap or body wash.
Oh, this is a tough one because I feel like it can go either way. So I'm going to gloss bar soap, and I'm going to boss body wash.
I agree with that assessment.
You're glossing bar soap, and I'm the opposite.
And Mir agrees too.
Yes.
I'm the opposite.
Yes.
I'm bossing bar soap and glossing body wash. I'm sorry.
Oh, Tamika agrees with you.
Really?
Girl, we have to talk about
a bar soap. Is this the dial? Is this the yellow bar?
I will boss Brooklyn bar soap.
Yes. Well, yes. Now wait a minute. You didn't specify.
I will boss Brooklyn bar soap.
I'm not bossing like dial or lever. I'm bossing like, I will boss the peppermint soap, the Castile thing. They have that in Dr. Bonner's.
Baby,
I love that.
That is a peppermint patty in the shower. I do not want it.
especially on some chocolate.
It is too much.
So
it is too much. But I will agree. I will definitely say that when we're talking more of the handmade, made with intention.
Yes, that's what I use.
Like Brooklyn Bar Soap, something in artisanal, then yes, definitely.
Okay.
But if we're talking that dried out, dial, antibacterial,
I don't really bring that in
that's
the
why
home.
That's what your skin sounds like after this.
You're right.
Sucked right up.
You're
I don't
right.
like it.
You're right. It's
Tight,
like the Sahara
tight.
Desert. Like,
yes.
but I have to give a special shout out to our makeup artist,
Yes.
Tamika, and her company, Brooklyn Bar Soap. She does all the essential oils
has us looking
and
like
the handmade
this.
soaps and all of that good stuff. So I have to boss Brooklyn Bar Soap.
Absolutely.
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 All day.
Yes.
All day.
Every day.
And I was gonna say too, like, you are a fan of the African net, so
Yes, I love a sapor. I love a sapor.
I really feel like with the soap with a bar,
Yes.
the African net.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which brings us actually to the next one.
Okay.
Washcloth, African net,
Ooh.
plastic loofah. I don't know why we were. I don't know why we were so specific about the loofah being plastic.
That's like black on black and
Absolutely.
black. Like those are three really black choices right there.
I don't know. Do we do the plastic loofah though?
Some of us do.
I
That
think
dollar
that-
store, that Walmart special. before
Okay.
you
Depending on where you're
go
getting
on the
it
trip.
from.
Yeah.
Boss it, gloss it, or toss it.
So I am going to toss, for the sake of environment, the plastic.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right, for the sake of environment, we're just gonna let go. We're gonna let go of the plastic, right?
They always fall apart
Absolutely.
anyway.
I am going to gloss a washcloth, or me being, I'm sure you hear me being a Southern girl, we say wash rag, right? I'm
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna gloss that because
because there's a need for
there's
it.
a place.
Exactly.
There's a place for it, right?
We understand the place,
Yes.
the very sacred place
Yeah.
that the
Absolutely.
washcloth holds in our bathroom.
And the need of multiple.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The need of multiple.
The need of multiples. Yes.
Yes.
Do not.
Listen.
Did you?
Your
No.
washcloths are specialists.
Absolutely.
They're position players.
Right.
It's like a basketball team. Not every washcloth is a point guard. Sometimes you need that
No.
shooting guard. Sometimes you need the
Yeah.
center.
And listen,
It's important.
You need to rotate out your star players
Regularly.
often.
Regularly.
So, yeah.
No one wants to feel a little stiff.
Nuh-uh. Yeah.
I have three boys.
You have three boys,
And I am constantly like, hey, it's
She's a
time to switch it out.
She
It's
is
time
a
to switch it
master
out.
beauty and health
She knows.
professional.
knows.
So she knows. So y'all out there watching, get your washcloth game in check.
Absolutely.
If it's not, get it right.
Get
Exactly.
it together.
Get
But
it
we're
right.
we're definitely bossing the Stopport, the African net. I think that it's great to exfoliate. It gives you great reach in areas where you can't necessarily get with the washcloth. They dry a lot faster, which makes them more hygienic, right? They're not harboring moisture and that bacteria.
Yep.
So I definitely say for hygiene, for reach, for making sure you get a good exfoliation, we're bossing the
I
African
love my
net.
African net.
Yes.
And the authentic African
Yes,
net, not
yes.
the plastic ones that they manufacture in
the
the.
authentic African net imported from China. Like none of
Not
those.
that one.
Don't get that one. Okay.
Not at all.
All right. Just check it.
All right, here we got a couple more. This one I think you will enjoy. Satin bonnet, scarf,
I see where this is going.
satin pillow.
Ooh.
What was
Choices.
the ooh?
I know, because we're okay. So
It's a Sophie's choice.
Oh, I have to.
Yes, you have to pick.
Okay. So I am going to toss the bonnet. I'm tossing the bonnet. I'm tossing the bonnet.
I'm
Your
right there with you.
son has an array of satin bonnets.
I'm right there with, especially
He does.
outside.
And he looks so cute in them too.
Do not wear your bonnet
Wow.
outside.
That is indoor activity. Indoor. If you wouldn't take your washcloth, don't wear your bonnet.
Oh, that's a good way
Bars.
of thinking about it.
Listen,
got
leave it in the
Okay.
house.
Erica's got bars.
So you toss the bonnet.
Yeah, I toss the bonnet. I gloss the scarf. Oh, this is tough. I don't know. Okay, I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna gloss the scarf. But I have a caveat for both of those things.
Okay.
The same way we discussed the rotation of our washcloths,
Okay.
we need to be rotating those bonnets and those scarves. And we're going back into our skincare bag, right? When we think about edge control or oils or sweat, right? We're reintroducing that every single time that it's touching our face. And the same with the pillowcase. So while I'm bossing a satin pillowcase, I'm bossing it as long as you're changing it out every 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm with you.
I like it. I see what she did. You see what she did there? She came full circle.
I have like 5 satin bonnets.
As you should.
And I wear a different one almost every night. So.
And Erica said it without saying it. Some of y'all aren't changing your sheets all the time. She said, I picked up what you were putting down. I picked up what you were putting down.
I'm calling the people out.
I picked up but see, that's bad for your health. It's bad for your skincare. It's bad for your edges.
It is.
So get it together.
Imagine, I always tell people when they leave, okay, clean hands, make sure for the rest of the day we're very cognizant of clean hands and what touches our face, and clean pillowcase. Because if you haven't changed that pillowcase in a week or 2, and then I've done all of this thorough exfoliation and you have all this fresh skin, and now you're introducing it to last week's sweat, last week's dead skin, last week's everything.
Putting it back on.
And clean those sheets.
Yes, change them all.
And duvets and
change them all.
Comforters while you're doing that.
My
But
Diane stance.
Yeah.
I'm clutching my invisible pearls at the thought.
Absolutely. So that was a tough one.
But that's what Erica said about y'all. So get it together. Get it together. But she's giving you paramedical advice.
It's her teachable moment.
For real, though.
Wash your stuff.
For real, though.
First step. First step of beauty.
Get
All
your
right,
stuff together.
last one, and I know a couple people in the room going to enjoy this one. Shea butter,
Ooh.
essential oils, regular old lotion.
Ooh. We got some. Our production crew is divided. Wow, they're divided.
They're divided.
Oh man! See, we're talking politics now.
We are.
Okay.
Now, may I pose a question?
You may.
Where are we putting this? Are we talking body?
Just in general.
You tell us.
You tell
wherever
us.
you
We're
use
talking
it.
body.
Yeah,
we're talking
we're
body.
definitely talking body.
Well, body or like where are we playing? So if we're talking body, that Jergens has to go. Toss it. Regular lotion out of here. Out of here. Right.
I'm agree with that.
People do they still buy?
Jergens, they do. Jergens, Vaseline.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I can't say.
Listen.
Nivea.
Oh, Nivea. Okay, I can say Nivea. Okay, Palmer's cocoa butter
queen.
lotion. Yes. Okay.
Because I've never seen a lotion get boosted more than Nivea.
I can't.
Oh my God. Is that why they have those sliding things in CVS?
I can't. Yeah.
Yes, anything behind the slider thing is a booster's fave.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, so
I'm
regular
tossing
lotion is
that
out.
Whatever that
Shea
is.
butter,
I can't even pronounce it.
Essential oils.
So I don't know that I necessarily want to gloss either one of those because I want to boss them both.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Is that allowed? I know this is the last one. I was giving the rules.
Tamika approves for being a boss in both. What about that regular lotion, Tamika? She said, toss that.
Yeah, I definitely want to boss them both, especially for body. They're very nourishing. When using the proper essential oils, it can definitely be helpful to skin conditions, skin concerns. We as a culture are natural people. We came from a place where we were using what was provided by the earth. And so we would be doing ourselves a disservice to think that those things still don't matter, right? That those things still don't work, because they absolutely do. And so I definitely would boss both shea butter and essential oils, with a small caveat again. I'm keep giving a caveat.
Okay.
Know with a good source, right? Know where you're getting them.
Important.
So
very important.
So for the 3 for the price of 1 on certain sites, or you can get it by 5.
That big giant tub.
Time out for some black conversation around that.
Listen, right? So understanding the source, knowing where your products are coming from, right, and not just driving to your closest discount store and just grabbing something.
More than $1 for a bottle, invest in yourself.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you are
You deserve
worth
it. You deserve it.
Yes,
You
put
are
that dollar
worth
bottle
it.
back and get the other one
Because you know,
with the natural ingredients, verified.
Because some of these vendors that y'all be buying for mixing a little Crisco and melting it down and
Listen.
trying to pass it off.
Telling
and
you
then
that's your essential oil.
Listen.
trying to pass it off as essential
Yes.
oil. You know, got that chicken grease, that bacon grease from this morning, put it
Know
in a
your
bottle
sources.
and put some musk flavor on it,
Know
scent on
your
it, and y'all be
sources.
bringing it home
that's your
talking about, I
Egyptian
got myself
musk, girl.
a deal. Yeah, don't do that.
Now you
Don't do
coming
that.
in with dermatitis. Nope.
Don't do that. Listen to the master. Invest in yourself.
Know
Get
your
the real
sources.
stuff. Make sure
Get
your
the
stuff
real
is
deal.
legit.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
am
So we're
bet.
bossing to both of those. We're bossing
Okay,
to both of those.
that's
because
I'm with it.
yeah,
I concur.
they go hand in hand.
They do.
I
They
do.
do.
I do.
Yes, and we have a secondary source agreeing with you. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, that
Awesome.
was fun.
I've enjoyed this.
So
I
you
don't
did
want
it.
to leave.
I know. Well,
Well,
you don't have
stick
to.
around.
Well, stick around. And I just want to shout out. First of all, I have to shout out your shirt. Your T-shirt is so
thank
cute. Before you
you.
go, and tell everybody about your T-shirt.
So my T-shirt says feminism is for everybody, and it is the truth, right? I am a ultimate boy mom, 3 boys, and I think sometimes when people hear feminism, they think, I don't know, hairy armpits and just angry women, right? And that's not necessarily what it means. That's not what it means at all. As a minority woman in the Air Force for 20 years, it can be very difficult, right? And I think that if a person is doing just as great a job, if not better, they deserve a position. They deserve equal pay. They deserve more pay, right? And making sure that we're advocating for women in that way, whether you are a man, whether you are a woman, it does not matter. We should always be advocating for equality for women. That's all feminism is to me.
In our next episode, we're going to get into a lot about that. We're going to talk about your experience in the Air Force and what that means in terms of all of the things that we talk about navigating corporate spaces. Because I think that we need to reframe a couple of definitions that live out here. Feminism being one of them.
Amen to that. And I love your shirt. I just had to, and in honor of our first guest entrepreneur here, I wore my entrepreneur shirt for Debo's bite.
Oh, no, that's my bite.
First of all, it's one of my favorite movies, so
But
let's
nobody
just know.
snatching my chain.
Nobody's snatching your chain. You're not going to cry on the way
my
home.
daddy gave me this.
Tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in.
So I had to go a little entrepreneurial with the cultural
love
reference
it.
on my shirt today.
I mean, one of
in
the
Erica's
things that we're
honor.
going to do on this here podcast is rep some cultural T-shirts.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you for bringing that.
Yes.
Today I'm just sporting our shirt, the Just Us
Where can you
logo.
get one of those, Carrie?
Girl, you know where you can get this?
No, I don't. Tell us.
LizThePurposeCoach.com/store.
Oh, okay. I have to get right over there.
Please do. All right, well, that's all we got for today, Liz.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank
Thank
you
you
guys so
for
much. I so
joining
enjoyed
us.
myself. I'll be back soon.
We enjoyed having you here.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.